So we came home, and this is what our house looked like. There's plastic left up on this window, but you wouldn't be able to tell that it was, anything was taped off. As you can see, just huge gaps in where the paint was actually put, but then paint all up our fence. Our ceiling was left like this. The side was painted over there with one coat. Again, this was all painted with one coat, but it's coated all the way up on our eaves trough. I'm not sure if you can actually see that. There is paint here on our window and on our screens. I mean, we don't really care about this window ledge here because obviously that would be painted white eventually, so that would be okay. But again, I don't see how the windows could have been taped because there is, if you can see that, there's paint all over the window. So, this is like the hoses and stuff. I'm not really sure why, but I'm sure that that would have been touched up after and whatever, but I guess it just kind of comes down to the level of work and what was being done to the house, to just leave it in the state that it is. You know, just getting a little bit done on those and then just kind of bypassing it. Again, I hope that you can see that there is paint all underneath here on our eaves trough, all the way down to the side of the house. But then there'll be big gaps like this. We had asked for all of this parging line to be taped off. Clearly it was not. This is just the beginning. This is in the back here. So big globs of paint. No way that this is going to be able to be fixed now. And now on our fence there's paint there. Just get out here and show you. Paint all over the fence, and you know, big gaps underneath here. No reason for that. This whole ceiling area of the roof was supposed to be done, and it is for the most part, but there's definitely big gaps in there, and just doesn't really make sense, you know, why a more thorough job wasn't done. And then, so this line here, I hope that you can see, is supposed to have been taped off. So we're talking like, you know, substantial. Down here, this is just sprayed with blue. In some marks, like down here, there's even paint, so just blobs of it. So I mean, you know, talking about lowering the cut line to fix it is kind of out of the question, considering there's paint all over the place. So as you can see, there's just paint. There's even paint on my plant. It would have been nice if there could have been some plastic maybe put on that. And again, you know, there's no way that this is 2 coats of paint. Absolutely not. There are, hope that you can tell, there are, you know, big gaps in here. I'll try and zoom in. There you go. And you can see kind of going all the way up there. And even up here, it's still white. And that continues on right around the window line. And all the way down. And you can see that it's, you know, big gaps up there as well. Again, coming down to this parging line that was supposed to be taped off, you can see how sloppy it was, really dripped down, really thick drops in some spots. This case down here, it's all the way down. We're going to get into more bright sunlight, so I hope that you can still see the gist of it here. I can always retape this later on. But there is huge gaps here that are still light colored. I'm trying to over them so that you can definitely see what I'm seeing here. And then this is how this was left. So doesn't finish off with this spray. All underneath here is supposed to be that spray, but stops here for some reason, and along the side here. So all of this is done. Again, you know, there's paint. You can see this, there's paint on my cinder blocks, there's paint here. So then moving on to the front here. I'll try and get in here. This is all, you know, partially done. The dark brown was the only, excuse me, was the only part that was supposed to be done in white. And as you can see, the slats that were supposed to be the same color as the stucco are not. But this is how he left it. So leaves all of this, does a tiny little strip here, paint all over, I'm assuming using a paintbrush, paint all over our eaves trough, and all in here. That's how that's left. Big gap, not really sure what's happened here. And then for my window, I mean, obviously it's going to be painted, so I'm assuming this would get cleaned up, but I'm just trying to demonstrate the state that the house was left in. So this is what this looks like. Nothing. Some random little bits of paint here. Random. Let me zoom back out again. Sorry, my hand's shaking. Okay, and so this random strip of paint, I'll zoom out so you can see, doesn't really make any sense there. Why you wouldn't, you know, continue on? Why wouldn't you continue to that corner if this is what you were doing? Really don't understand why this would have been left like that. That would have been an extra 2 minutes. It's not supposed to be that color even, but if you're gonna leave a job in a certain way for a whole week, why would you not finish that so that when we come home, we don't have this corner of our house looking like this? And then again, all underneath here, the ceiling part to be blue is not. Left like this with the white up in the corner there. Again, left in this way. Stops here and absolutely nothing down on the left side of the house. To the left side of the door, there just isn't anything. So this is where this is. And then last night when looking things over, we noticed that, I hope you can see this, I'm not sure if this is clear or not, but I do have pictures of this. There's paint all over the step here. So, blue paint all over our stair, which pretty sure that you're not going to be able to get that off. So this is what was done with the white around the door. It's correct for the color. Just not entirely sure why, you know, you wouldn't continue along the top here if you were going to leave, you know, perhaps finish that. I'm not really sure why the white was even started in the first place, because there hasn't even been one full coat of the blue everywhere in the house. So this whole side has not been done at all. And around the side here, you can kind of go around there, has not been done. In the back, yes it has, up to the fence line, but not around the front. And yeah, so this is what our house looks like, and I'll just take a step back so you can get the full effect of it. So everything to the left there, nothing is done. Random bits kind of all over the place here, and all of those honey colored slats, totally the wrong color, but also just left in that state. And again, with the parging line, it's just quite a disaster. I'm going to try and retake a video maybe tonight when it's less bright. I just wanted to ensure before the weather got bad that I would have a copy of all of this. So as you can see, when I'm standing farther back like this, the parging line is kind of pooched there. So all along here, and it just continues really right into the back. So